The ancient statues from Assyrian palaces are an inspiration for Abdullah Doshan. As a soldier in Mosul in the 1980s, he would hide a camera in his pocket to take photos of them in the museum. He says he hasn't slept since he saw the video of their destruction.
What is this statue? It's just stone. But it's what the statue represents. Any citizen will consider this statue as his ancestor. He doesn't consider it as a statue or a mere rock. It's his ancestor.
This is near the heart of Baghdad's cultural center, Al-Mutanabbi Street. Many here know firsthand Mosul's significance as a center of history and culture. ISIL took over the museum in June when it seized the city. The most valuable pieces had been removed years ago for safekeeping. These ones were wrapped by museum staff to protect them from the elements. There was no protection from these men, who smashed statues from Assyrian palaces and artifacts from Hatra, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Nearby, at the ancient site of Nineveh, they used power drills to destroy these statues, which have stood at the palace gates for almost 3,000 years. The images of the winged bull, considered by the Assyrians to be protective spirits, are so iconic you see them everywhere in Iraq. To people here, these weren't just lifeless statues in a dusty museum. Most Iraqis see them as part of their legacy, stretching back to the beginnings of the world's first civilizations. And they mourn their loss almost as if they'd been alive. Hassan Khalil is an art student. He says the loss of the statues is incalculable.
This is a symbol of Iraq. This is my identity. When I travel outside Iraq, I say I am a son of the Babylonians.
There are other major sites that many fear are also at risk. Nimrud, southeast of Mosul, was another capital of the huge Assyrian Empire. The gold found here in the 1980s and 90s was one of the biggest archaeological treasures ever unearthed. Almost as precious are the intricate carvings that told of empires created and lost.
These statues, you see them gone, they are unique. And destroying them, I wish they looted them, because one day they'll come out, in 100 years, let's say. It doesn't matter. Things like that happened before. But destroying them, they've gone forever.
Nineveh and Nimrud were excavated by the British and others in the last century. Major parts of the palaces were taken to foreign museums. Those may be the only places left Iraqis will be able to see their ancient heritage. Jane ARRAF, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.